Good morning, friends. Welcome to Take Two for this Wednesday, the 9th of October, 2019. It's hump day. Hope you're having a great day so far. Well, I come to you this morning from my kitchen cupboard. You could see here I've got a few things on the shelf, a few jars and cans and boxes, etc. But the reason why I'm coming to you from my kitchen cupboard this morning is because I started thinking a lot yesterday about how much is so much. I volunteered yesterday at Living Hope, which is an outreach ministry of our church. And I'll tell you, I've been there many times, and we've helped with many things over the years. My husband does the charity bread and pastry and cookie and whatever other baked goods Publix supermarket has. He does that charity pickup twice a week. And he delivers the stuff over to Living Hope, but, just kind of drops it off. Sometimes, of course, he's got to sort through it and all that. It's a couple of hours of work, of commitment every week. But when you don't actually get in there or with the people, it's easy to forget, the purpose of what you're doing. And yesterday, I had a real light bulb go off over my head because I started seeing a lot of homeless people walking through the door. And I didn't know any of these, but I knew one man who came through used to volunteer there, and I recognized him. But other than that, I didn't know these people. And let me tell you, all ages, all colors, all places in this world, all different ethnicities, and they just all had the need. They were all homeless, and they were all hungry. And it was interesting to see them walk in there, and one woman was quite far along in her pregnancy and living in a tent, in a tented community. And, Living Hope does what they can. We help any way that we can. The church helps any way that we can. But, of course, there's that willingness that they need to have to want to get out of their circumstances as much as we encourage them. A lot of times people are comfortable that way. They're comfortable with just having that little bit and going to different charities and getting help that way. And then there are some who really, truly do want to get out from under their circumstances. Different ones with different despair, different levels of understanding, some coming off drugs, some alcoholics. It's countless, all the varieties of different people coming through the door. And again, as I said, Living Hope, we do a lot more than just giving a fish and feeding a man for a day. We try our very best to help them learn how to fish. But that's another subject for another time. I just want to say this. When I look in my cupboard and I see all the varieties of things I have, I just say, my gosh, that is so much compared to what these folks have who came through the door yesterday. We have so much. Now, we may not have steak and lobster in our freezer, but I do know this. I do know that it's like the widow with the 2 coins described in the Bible. She came up to pay her taxes, and she gave 2 coins. She was a scraggly, old, poor, poverty-stricken widow. But what she did, Jesus said, was she gave everything she had. And when she gave everything she had, it was far more than the wealthy Sadducees and Pharisees who gave maybe even more than she gave, but it was just a small little amount out of their big fat bank accounts. You see, it's what you have determines what you give as far as the magnitude of the sacrifice that you give. And let me tell you something. It is such a blessing to sacrifice a little bit of my time so that I could help see hungry people get fed and down and out people get lifted up. So I'm going to encourage you today, boys and girls, go be a blessing to somebody. Today you may end up being the only one who is. And let me say this, if you volunteer a little bit of your time or give some money out of your bank account or start a food drive, it's the fall and this is traditionally a lot of food drives going on. I had one little boy when I worked at the food bank who for his 8th birthday decided he didn't need a bunch of toys. Instead of just having kids come and give a whole bunch of gifts to him for his birthday, he had all of his little school friends bring a canned good, a non-perishable food item, and deliver it to his house and put it on the table where the gifts would ordinarily go. And then he came over to the food bank with his little red wagon, pulling a wagon full of canned goods and boxed goods and groceries. And that was his sacrifice, his little sacrifice, so that he could give. So boys and girls, how much is so much? Well, this, if I took a few things off this shelf, I might not even notice it. But to a needy person, a hungry person, that could mean 2 or 3 meals. So for some people, so much means giving a lot out of your heart. So I'm going to encourage you today. Think about how much you could give and how much that would be so much to somebody who has nothing. All right, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeanne Sigler, JeanneSigler. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. You'll get notified every time I post another Take 2. Happy Hump Day, everybody. I hope I gave you a little lift today, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you all very much. Bye-bye.